come on. Listen to me.
Hello, bonjour, norok everyone. My name is Alexei and I'm extremely glad to introduce you to Corona Talks, a project that will show you another kind of Corona. A cheerful one. So during this project, young adults from all over the world will tell us how they're fighting this pandemic boredom. During this episode, we'll learn about the situation in Stockholm, Sweden, and in Montreal, Canada. As well, we'll learn how to do a real matcha latte based on a Japanese recipe, and we'll learn a new drink, like at least for me it was new, which is currently very popular in Montreal, Canada. So if you're interested in that, we have here Christine and Benoit to tell us their stories. Guys, we're listening.
Hello, my name is Christine. I'm reporting here from Stockholm in Sweden, the capital. The situation here in Sweden is pretty bad. I think it's the worst among the northern countries, but not the worst in Europe. We don't have any quarantine. We are tackling this crisis a lot different from other countries, especially in Europe. The government are doing this more of a recommendation style to make people take their own responsibility in this crisis. The healthcare situation is really bad in Stockholm. It was pretty bad before the coronavirus, that we didn't have enough hospital beds for people. Right now they have put up a field hospital right outside where I live to try to keep up with the number of infected people. But companies and universities are making protective gears for the hospital and sending it to them, so people are trying to help each other, which is really great. So I think that's one of the big things here in Sweden, that people are trying to take responsibility and to help each other. The tests. I don't know if you can get any tests here in Sweden as a private person. I know that they are testing people that are really sick at hospitals. And now they are randomly testing people to try to see how many really are sick. I haven't seen any opportunity to buy the test, so I don't think we can. And also when you walk outside here in Sweden, it's a bit normal. I think I went by train and it was pretty full, and I was pretty surprised about that. But yeah, people are living kind of normal. I'm at the store. As you see, we have the full shelves of toilet paper. We had some problems a couple of weeks ago that lasted for maybe 2 weeks, where all the toilet paper was out, but now it's fine. During my time in quarantine, I really perfected my matcha latte recipe. So my drink of choice in this crisis is matcha latte. I went to Japan last summer and bought some matcha to take home. I think I make the best matcha latte now. I don't think it's a Swedish thing to drink matcha latte, maybe a hipster thing. But I like it, so cheers! And make some matcha latte! I'm gonna start with putting some hot water, and then we take that holy matcha powder, and it was hard opening with one hand. Wait, there we go. So I'm gonna make 2 cups. I'm gonna take a big spoon, and you have to have a whisk, and when it's whisked through, I'm gonna take my oat milk. Something like that. And I also have some agave syrup. And you really have to whisk it to make the foam that you want. And when you think it's warm enough, when you have tasted it, then you just have to have a duck cup and go for it. Ta-da! It's done! Yeah! My hobbies to try to stay sane during this crisis. I do a lot of yoga and meditation because it keeps me like grounded and less stressed. I think people really need that. So I really recommend to do some yoga and meditation to keep the body fit as well. But also thank God I have my fiance at home here with me. So stick together, help each other, and stay sane. We can do this. Bye!
Hi Alex, thank you for inviting me on your channel. My name is Benoit. I am a French Canadian and I live on the island of Montreal. So what's happening here in Montreal, Quebec is we are not locked down yet. People are supposed to stay inside their home. Only the essential stores are open, like grocery store, drugstores, the ACQ, clinics, stuff like that. As we're gonna see in the video, people have to stay 2 meters from each other and then do the queue to get what they want. So we are on Laurier Avenue. This is Jean Coutu. It's a drugstore. So if you're gonna go, you have to do a line outside and you can't go in. You have to ask for someone to get what they want and then they'll get it, but you cannot go inside. Everything started in Montreal, I think in the first or second week of March. People get crazy with the toilet paper, with the food. The shelves was empty. No more meat, no more toilet paper, no more anything. Everything was so empty. It was very scary to see, honestly. But now, honestly, everything is back. I think in Quebec, around 1 million people lost their job or don't have any salary. I personally work at the casino, and then we closed a month ago, and I don't have a salary. So, but this week I was at the grocery store and I was talking to the girl, and she was very nice to me. And then she just said, "Well, do you wanna work here? We're looking for people, and you have a nice smell, you have a nice personality, so you should work here." So I said yes, and then it's been I think 4 or 5 days, and honestly, yes, it's a bit crazy. I like it. The salary is not very good. It's like half of my salary, but honestly, being at home for a month is driving me crazy. So it's a nice thing that I can talk to people and do stuff outside of my house. So what I do to not be bored at home is every single day I try to go outside and do a nice walk. This is my local park. It's spring here in Montreal. Spring is coming. Sometimes it's warm. Like last week it was so warm. It was like +5. For us it's very warm. But today is chilly. It's like a 0. Yesterday we had snow. Yeah, it's crazy temperature here. So every day I go outside, I go for a walk. I watch Netflix a lot and I cook a lot. So I'm actually on my way home. I'm about to make my own pastas and a bœuf bourguignon. It's traditional food here. Alright, so this is what I'm drinking during this quarantine. It's called Les Îles. It's Québécois. It's very bitter. It tastes like orange. And then we drink that with champagne. But it just released this. It's already made, ready to drink. It's honestly so good. I served that on ice cube and with some orange on the side. And voila, it's super simple and it's honestly so good. And voila. This is my drink during this quarantine. Cheers, guys. Guys, be safe, wash your hands, and stay inside. It's not easy, but we can do it all together.
Thank you guys so much for your information. Like we all know that Sweden has a very specific strategy of fighting coronavirus, so at the end I'm curious if it will be the right strategy or the wrong one. I think the time will show us. So thank you, Christine, for sharing this information. And Benoit, I think in this time when a lot of people lost their jobs, it's very nice to have a real example of a person that lost his job and then by chance found a new one. I'm very interested about this les îles. After the quarantine will end, I'll ask you to send me a bottle here in Wisconsin. Guys, thank you so much for sharing with us your positivity, because being optimistic right now is very important. If you're optimistic, you're smiling. If you're smiling, you're increasing your immune system. If you have a strong immune system, well, you got the chain, right? Stay tuned for more episodes. If you like our stories, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I just realized I need a duck cup. Corona, goodbye.